on Cocoa Puff, milky, milky, right?
They say I'm really sexy. The boys, they wanna sex me. They always standing next to me, always dancing next to me, trying to feel my hump, looking at my lump. You can look, but you can't touch it. If you touch it, I'ma start some drama. You don't want no drama. No drama. No drama. So don't pull on my hand, boy. You ain't my man, boy. I'm just trying to dance, boy, and move my hump, 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 my hump. My lovely lady lumps, my lovely lady lumps, my lovely lady lumps, in the back and in the front. My loving got you.
She's got me spending.
Oh, spending all your money on me and spending time on me.
She's got me spending.
Oh, spending all your money on me, on me.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside that trunk?
I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off this hump.
What you gonna do with all that breasts inside that shirt?
I'ma make you work, make you work, make you work.
She's got me spending.
Oh, spending all your money on me and spending time on me.
She's got me spending.
Oh, spending all your money on me, on me.
Hi, everybody. It's time. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe that it is already time for the very fourth class trial? That's wild. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But let me say hi to all the icons, the legends. They are the moment. It's everyone who's here. Helios, Lisa, Monty, and of course our special guest of the day, the icon, the legend, Petty the Frog. Can I tell you how many frog TikToks, tweets, mostly just those two, but anything else I see, anything that's frog related, if I see it, it goes to Petty the Frog. Literally, our DMs are just a million messages of me just sending petty shit. And I love it. I love it. In the same way that anytime I see anything about cats, I send it to Marginal. Anytime I see stuff about hedgehogs, I send it to Lucky Aldrin. Red pandas always go to the icon, the legend, Turk A. Lurk. Turk, how are you? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Turk and I were arguing a little bit today. It's part of a longer ongoing argument because we're having a little bit of a disagreement. Turk says I'm being greedy, and I'm saying I'm just understanding what I deserve. So, just a smidge of disagreement on that front, but we're here, we're ready. I don't recall using the word greedy. I think it was your implication, Turk. I believe, I'm sure he didn't actually say greedy. He did not.
Check the could it be? Emergency! I don't even know what's been done to me, but I feel a mysterious life energy. Bibbidi bobbidi, bibbidi bobbidi. I am your squeezably soft teacher, magical miracle girl Usami, aka Usami.
Hi, Maple. That one's so long. I have to say, that is a very long sound command. Although if you want to define as greedy bottom, then that's fine. How dare you, Turk? Oh, my shirt's actually unbuttoned, Lisa. I look like a slut. This actually, I almost changed out of that. I'm wearing, like, a nice polo. And then if you panned the camera down at all, you would see I'm wearing literally the shortest little hoochie shorts. Because it's so hot. So, these shorts are so short that, my auntie pants are like sticking out of the bottom of them. Like my underwear is longer than my shorts. Isn't that a thing with like athletic, like aren't there like aren't there like shorts that have like it's like the shorts and then sewn in are like the compression shorts that go down longer. Doesn't Matt Hall wear those a lot, I want to say? The green screen makes the shirt look like you have pee stains. Now I'm self-conscious. Look what you've done, Turk. I just bought some shorts that have built-in compression underwear. I need to start working out again. I'm thinking I want to do... Listen, when I was, like, at the gym, like, working out regularly there, I was trying to, like, buff up. And that's not really realistic for me. Like, I don't eat enough to make that happen. And, like, that's not, like, what... like, my body wants to do. Like, maybe eventually, like, I can get on, like, the Harry vibes, the Zach vibes, but, like, not in this immediate moment. I think, and also, I didn't quite understand what I was saying. I want to get toned. You want to get pumped? I want to get toned. So... I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna do the treadmill. And I'm gonna do that thing, I've heard about it online, where you do, it's the what? It's the like 12, 3, 30. Isn't that a thing? Where you go 12 incline, 3 miles per hour for 30 minutes. I don't know that I can do that. I have famously had trouble with cardio, especially the treadmill. If I go above a walk, it makes my heart rate... Turk, that's probably... excuse me. I'm probably gonna have to, like, work myself into that a little bit because, like, cardio and stuff like that makes my heart rate spike. Like, literally, one time with the trainer at the gym, when I was still there, he, at the end of the thing, was like, I'm just gonna have you do the treadmill a little bit. And I was like, that's not a good idea. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna make you go fast. He's like, he's just like, as you go, I'm just gonna put the incline up. And I literally, at, towards the end, I was like, and I was like, he was like, no, hands on. And I was like, no, I'm not. I just need to show you what my heart rate is because I need you to believe me. And I put my hands on, and it was like 180. My resting heart rate is like maybe 90. It literally, it goes, I spike, and then we're talking over, like, he's going over, like, what maybe, like, a little bit of the food side of stuff, and I'm like, hold on, I can't hear you. I need a second, and I went into the little break room, and I went, because I was still working there, so I go into the break room, and I just threw up. It's terrible. I feel like I'm dying. So that's why I think I gotta, like, work into it. Petty, enjoy your lurk for family time. Thank you for saying hi. All the cuties here were delighted to see you, I'm sure. What, Turk, what's the Taylor Swift line I'm thinking of? I was enchanted to meet you. Is that what I'm saying to Petty Frog? What's that line? I can't think of it. And also, Petty said hydrate, but I have a Truly. So I'm going to have a lovely drink of Truly pineapple lemonade. Speak Now is out. Did you listen? Can I be honest? I did not listen. Is that terrible? Is that terrible? I did not listen. Because I was out when it came out. So I was at the club, and then driving home, I like to listen to my podcasts on the way home. So I was doing that. So I tend not to listen to much music on the way home. I tend to like to use that time to listen to my podcasts. So I was listening to Las Culturistas. I'm a little behind. So I was listening to the Taylor Swift... Not the Taylor Swift... Excuse me. Freudian slip there. I was listening to their Kelly Clarkson episode, which is wonderful. You know what song I did hear? You know what song I did hear when I was out last night and I was like, this is amazing? Also from an album I haven't listened to yet. But now I'm like, oh. To both of their, the King of Hearts and Two of Hearts, it has, I mean, the lyrics are so similar, and it has the same, like, chord progression, I want to say. I'm not great with music, but, like, they sound so similar to me. All right, ready? Here's King of Hearts. And here's Two of Hearts. Don't they sound similar, or am I crazy? Do those not sound like... Do you not... Do you see it? Or am I talking out of my ass? And it's just... They're so close in lyric-wise. And it's like... It's very staccato. It's da, da, da. So they sound kind of... I hear it. Thank you. Because I was hearing it and I was like, oh, is this like... This is like Two of Hearts. I was like, oh no, this isn't... This is a different song. I was like, this isn't a remix. And then I was like, oh, well, obviously it samples it. So I went to like one of those websites that tells you like what song samples another. And I was like, King of Hearts, Kim Petras. And it was like, no. It's like, but that's... No, I was like, but that's... Huh? I was like, that's... Huh? I was like, that's Two of Hearts, Stacey Q. Does King of Hearts by Kim Petras sample Two of Hearts by Stacey Q? Oh, it does. Oh, it says it on a different... There it is. There it is. Okay, I'm not crazy, you guys. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy on Genius. And I mean, Genius. You can't get much better than that. It samples Two of Hearts by Stacey Q. I'm not losing it. I'm not losing it. You know what that deserves? I'm so smart. Have we talked about that? I'm so smart. I'm brilliant. I love Two of Hearts because it was Morgan McMichaels versus Sonique, Drag Race Season 2. And I love the song from that. And then what else was it in? What else did they use it? Oh, they used it in, it was in an early season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But yeah, that's all that. What else? I've got a concert tomorrow with Kelly. I'm kind of trying to get out of it. I'm not going to make her go by herself. Like, that is not a worry. It's just like, can I find someone who's going to have a better time than me? Because, so talk about the concert. So it's Bare Naked Ladies, which is a band that, like, if you asked me, I would say, like, yeah, no, love Bare Naked Ladies. And then I looked at the set list and I was like, because I grew up, like, Kelly and Dave, very big fans of theirs, so I grew up with them, but turns out I don't know that much of their music. I looked at the set list, and I only knew 3 songs, and ironically, it's the last 3 songs in the order. And it's, the Big Bang Theory theme song. That's what, for everyone who's like, I've never heard them, it's like, no, you probably have. They actually do the Big Bang Theory theme song. Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state, and nearly 14 million years ago, expansion started. Wait, the Earth began. Sorry, excuse me. I had a real Big Bang Theory phase when I was younger, if you couldn't guess. They also have 1 week. It's been 1 week since you looked at me, and If I Had $1,000,000. And then I only know one other of their songs, and they're not the other one I know is Another Postcard. You know Another Postcard. Another postcard with chimpanzees. And they're not doing it. I'm like, how are you not doing it? But I was like, that's not terrible. That's not that much. And then Kelly was like, oh, do they have an opener? And I was like, oh god, they probably do have an opener. And it turns out not only do they have an opener, there's an entire second band touring with them. And I'm like, oh my god. And the opener does like 13 songs or something. And the other band does like 10 or something like that. Like, there's going to be like almost 40 to 50 songs performed. And I know exactly, like, 5 of them. I know the 3 I just said, and then and I gotta look it up. Subsonic, or Supersonic, or something like that, is the other band. And the only song I know by them, and this one I did for mine, Semisonic, and they did, Closing Time, and that's the only one of their songs that I know. And then Del Amitri is the other band. And I was like, I know, I've literally never heard of them. And Kelly was like, no, you know their song. And then I was like, I don't. And then she was like, play it. And I was like, oh, I actually do know this song. But it's the only one of their songs I know. So I'm like, oh, I'm not going to know any of these songs. But you do know this one. I doubted Kelly, but she was like, just play it. And she was like, you'll know it. And I was like, okay, I actually do know this one. Still not a lot of songs. I feel like this was in a lot of movies. Is that just me? I feel like they use this in a million movies. Like, that's what I associate this with. It's like, you know, like, I can't think of, like, the vibe of movie, but, like, sort of, like, teen, like, not Clueless quite, but, like, that sort of vibe. Like, Confessions of a Shopaholic or something. I don't know. I should have known better than to go see a Canadian in concert. Oh, hi, Scoop. Oh, Scooty, I didn't even realize you said that. Hi, Scoopus. I thought you were Helios. No offense. Not to say that, sorry. I'm digging myself into a hole. Not to say that I don't see you, but you and Helios have the same color, and you both had the VIP badge, so in my mind they were just the same. Not that it's offensive. I need to stop talking. Not that it's offensive to be Helios, but to say, no offense that I didn't realize it was you. What's wrong with Canada? I don't feel I need to dignify that with a response. I think the question answers itself. I had to go and get drunkies after one seltzer. I already had a drink right before stream, too. So I'm 2 drinks in. Well, I'm 1 drink in. Why not? Witches in my chat. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. What do we got today? We got a class trial. Who's ready for a class trial? I love the class trials in this game because, like, they're very fun. And also, I don't have to do the voice acting. And that's so nice. That's so nice. They are fully voice acted, so I get to kick back, put my feet up, This one should be okay, because, I mean, I think I figured out a lot of what happened, so I'm, like, doing great. Like, you know, I have a lot of the answers already. Excuse me, I got to burps. What announcement? Do I have any announcements? Turk, should I announce something? What should I announce? I'm still toying a little bit with what date, Addison's All-Stars are going to be, but, this month, who wants it's not a guaranteed announcement, but who wants, like, a light teaser? We do. I haven't confirmed it yet, and I have to make sure that it all is gonna track in it up. Oh.
No.
Okay. Well, I see how it is. Okay. So I'm eyeing the 29th. I'm eyeing the 29th. So that is right now the day we're looking at. But I'm also trying to bring back Weakest Twink. I need to get back in touch with the people. So that would probably be the most likely thing that would cause the date to change. What other announcements do I have to make? Should I announce something else? I don't even know what to announce. Can I tell you, I want to play Pikmin 4 when it comes out, but I don't want to spend $60 on it. I just feel like there's not quite enough there to make it a $60 game. And I do enjoy it, but Pikmin 3 was like $60, and it's very fun, but it feels like maybe it should cost like $40. Set a tip goal. I should. Who will buy me Pikmin? Buy me Pikmin. I was gonna do the tip goal for more emotes and some sub badges is probably the more pressing thing I need, because we've got 1 month until we've got 1 month until I've been an affiliate for 3 years, and since then I still don't have sub badges. It is just a picture of me that I set because I needed something when I got affiliate, and I have never changed it. Does that Nintendo bundle thing apply Pikmin, or do they just do that for Zelda? Scooty, I don't know what you're referring to. Hot take, $60 is an arbitrary-ass number, and I hate that it's always the price big AAA games start at, and now it's even 70 as an extra. Well, what was the, Breath of the Wild was $70, wasn't it? That's crazy. That's so much money. So expensive. That's insane. That's like an entire day's work. If you make like $12 an hour, take taxes out, like $70 is like an entire day's work. That's crazy. I've been making the world's slowest project progress in Breath of the Wild. I've only done one of the dungeons. The water one, because I had to go see my husband. I don't care that, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but I had to go see the prince. When Tears of the Kingdom was coming out, I kept seeing ads on YouTube about get a bundle pack and buy 2 games for the price of 1. You could get Zelda with this or something like that. Scooty, I that's the first time hearing of this. I got no ads about that. I just got all those ones that were like $7 Switches. And I was like, this is such a scam. And it turns out it wasn't. Can I say, that's the weirdest part. Turns out those $7 Switches were legit. The whole thing is they just sell out so quickly. Crazy for a Switch game. Like, I understand if God of War Ragnarok costs that much, but not a Switch game. Helios, you seem to have an anti-Switch sentiment. It's very upsetting to me. Maybe study that. Hi, JP. How are you? Ooh, I hit the wrong button. Whoops. Hold on. I guess I hit back on my thing. JP, how are you, y'all? Please follow the icon, the legend, JP. Currently on vacation. We love to see it. We all need a little vacation. Is it... No, probably... I was going to say, is it a moment of clam? Oh, my goodness. Hi, everybody. I know we haven't done a lot, but... You know what? I would love to be here right now because the water... Ooh, I bet it's cool. I bet there wouldn't be a literal layer of sweat across my body. We're just having a moment of clam, you know? Peacefulness, mindfulness. Breathfulness? That's not a word, is it? I couldn't come up with a third one, but... I think it's so important in this life to chill, relax. This is all like very ironic coming from me. I was so not ready for a moment of clam. I didn't think of anything to say, but if you have some water, great time to get some water to stand up, stretch a little bit if you haven't. I'm having pineapple lemonade. That's my water that I'm having. I love that. I'm having a you know what? You know what I'm gonna say? Maybe not today. It's a little late in the day, so it could be hard to do. But, one of my best tricks to keeping my clam is letting myself have a little treat. I think it's very important. This is Addison's mindfulness techniques. I think it's very important to let yourself have a little treat. So if I'm out and about, or I'm at the house or something, you know, especially on a tough day, it's good to get a little treat, you know? You know, money's not forever, but treats are forever. So I never deny myself a treat. Maybe that's not good advice. Use treats purposefully. Be smart about it. But that's today's mindfulness tip. Let yourself have a treat. Scooty, what kind of smoothie do you have? I think of this because a smoothie is one of my favorite treats to have. I tend to with my treats, I tend to get something that's a little something to sip on. Sometimes, you know, I do love it. I take myself out to lunch, get a little lunch, but if I had to pick one treat, it would be a little something to sip on. I love a watermelon smoothie. I like a tropical, so I like Scooty's Island Impact. I'd rather be having a ginger on a diet than a diet ginger ale, but we get. Well, I love a ginger. If anyone doesn't know, I love a ginger. Speaking of gingers, please follow one of my most favoriteest gingers on one of my favorite gingers on Twitch. On Twitch. I can't speak to whether or not he's on a diet. But a great chill vibes. Another great moment of clam, find streamers who have very chill vibes. I like to watch chill vibe streamers before bed. Who are some of my favorites? Dennis has very chill vibes. Justin Games with a Y if I remember correctly. Jetpack Mochi, very chill vibes. All great, very chill streamers. Here, let me, I've recommended Justin Games to Mabel before, because I really think he'd like them. I have both great, very chill vibe streamers, highly recommended. And they both stream, those two both stream on the late night. So that's nice, I could put it on, sort of, you know, chill out before bed, because that other night when let me tell you one thing that's not a mindfulness non-technique. Whatever, don't do this. Do not watch a bunch of Criminal Minds right before bed, because that'll stress you out. It'll give you, like, it'll make you panicky, and then you have to take your inhaler so you can breathe. Don't do that, it's not a good idea. What about one last mindfulness technique? One last mindfulness technique I have is allow yourself to have things that make you happy. I looked at my chapsticks and I thought, wow, people get on my ass for having 26 different chapsticks, but I like to have them. And that makes me feel better. So, today's chapstick, York Peppermint Patty. And take your meds. Take your meds. I've been trying to be better about taking my meds again. They're also going to help me get skinny, because it has the side effect of being an appetite suppressant, so I'm not going to eat a bunch. So I could get real skinny when I'm walking on my treadmill. Because that's what I want. I need to get those, like, skinny abs. That's what I'm going for. I want Tanner Boo's body. That's the goal. And he, like, just does a lot of cardio, to my understanding. So, that's where we're at. Thank you so much, Scooty, for this lovely moment of clam. JP. Did you see the casting news about Dragula 5? Did you see who is the leak? Did you see? I'm not ready. Boston's gonna be insufferable. If you don't know, listen. This isn't really a spoiler, but heavily rumored that I have some insider info, so I cannot comment. I do not wish for you to comment at this time. Heavily rumored that Dragula Season 5 has a Boston person, and, I mean, confirmed at this point that there's a Boston person on Drag Race Season 16, and I'm like, oh dear God, this city's going to become insufferable. It's gonna be... We'll get through it together, but I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be a nightmare. But I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I have learned, here's a sport, I have learned how the Boston person does. I caught, like, little pieces here and there, like, mostly trying to avoid it. And then, someone drunk at the club last night it came up and they were like, oh yeah, they blah, 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 and told me like the whole thing. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, well, now I know pretty exactly what happens. And I was like, okay, well, thanks. They were vomited. It's fine. They were drunk and didn't. It was a matter. I immediately messaged Dustin and was like, I found out. Because Dustin looks at all the spoilers and I knew. He knew and had messaged me and said, once you know, tell me. Because I was like, he knows I avoid spoilers, but he's like, be real. You're not going to be able to avoid this. And I was like, no, that's fair. I'm not. And I didn't. So, should I play the game? Lisa. I was doing some thinking. And I have a little more thoughts about what happened. So, I was thinking, because when we all went back in, when we went to investigate, we were able to get up to the roof, which means the roof wasn't still locked. Right? So somebody had to unlock the roof. But who? If Kokichi's telling the truth and the roof was locked when he went up, who unlocked it? I still don't know why the roof was locked. That still does not make sense to me. If it was. But if the roof was locked, who unlocked it? Because by my estimation of how things went, at that point, Miyu's on the roof, but doesn't leave by walking down. Kokichi couldn't get onto the roof, and Kaido never logged back in. So who the hell unlocked the roof? What if it was never locked? I thought about that. What if... that crossed my mind. What if Kokichi knew what Miyu was planning and so just did not go up there? But if that's the case, why did Miyu, like, sled down? Which is still sort of what I'm thinking happened. Why would she not just walk back out and leave again? She already walked in. Why would suddenly she have an issue with going back out? Because Gonta would see her. But would he not have had just as much a chance to see her on her way over in the first place? You know? Would he not have had just as much a chance? And wouldn't you think sledding off the roof would be more conspicuous, not less? So that's just a little like, not entirely sure on that front that I've had come up in my thinking. But I still think I basically have it. I still think that I've largely figured it out. I just think I'm missing some of the specifics. It's not like a Game 1, Chapter 3, when I could literally have made the comic, like, from moment one, like, with no pen. Like, I could have told you exactly what happened. This one I am missing some stuff, but I think I've got the big picture. And the toilet paper, that I still not This is, and Lisa, I'd love your, Lisa or anyone else who's played this too, I'd love your view on this. This feels like, of all the class trials we've done in every game, this feels like the one we're going into with the least full information. Is that just me? Like, we've got this random error that happened, and it's like, I'm like, oh god, I swear there's something missing from this storage room up here, but I don't know what it is. Like, that doesn't normally happen. Right? Like, it feels like usually we have...
I hate people. I hate people. Big or small, short or tall, people.
Drag Queen JP cheered. X100. Good luck.
Thank you, JP. Thank you for the 100 biddies. It's key info, like the reason to death. But it's just like there was multiple stuff in the investigation that we were like, what? I don't know. That I'm sure is going to come up within the trial, but I feel like we've never had, like, incomplete information to this effect. Maybe the only thing that's on this level of, like, incomplete information that doesn't come up until during the trial is that Chihiro was a boy. That's like the only other one that I can think of, like, mid-trial, like, but even that wasn't, like, teased in the lead up, in the investigation. That was a complete surprise, sort of. So, this is the first time that the game is, like, actively acknowledging that it's keeping stuff from me. Also, I've never noticed the Monokuma that's been hung on this main screen. Did anyone else see that up on the roof above Team Danganronpa? We've got, like, the Monokuma, like, hanging. That's a little morbid, wouldn't you say? I don't know. There's, like, a weird collection of items up there, too. Because that's, like... Is that, like, Ryoma's hat? And then there's, like, the blade, and there's handcuffs, and there's, like, the... Is this all stuff related to the murders? Wait a second. These, like, kind of relate to the... We've got the piranhas and the handcuffs and Ryoma's hat. That's all from Ryoma's murder. Then you've got the blade from Angie's. The piano, I guess, would be Rentaro. Like, it's Kaede. It's Rentaro via Kaede. Interesting. Remind me after this chapter to notice, to pay attention and see if this is changed to add anything from this one. Because I feel like that'd be kind of spoilery to put in. Okay, I have another skill now, don't I? I have 2 skills. The ones from... Right, don't I have... Oh, do I have to buy those? I have X-ray goggles. Once part... Oh, it's a good thing I finished Miyu. It's a good thing I finished Miyu when I did. Once part of an object becomes visible, the entire object will be shown. Effective during imagination excavation. Oh, I was... Increases critical damage. Effective during... Lisa, which argument armament is the rhythm game, right? It's that one? Because I could probably use some help during the argument armament. It's when you attack them, its final statement. Yeah, then we're picking that. Oh, I don't have to buy... Oh, I don't have to buy those. I just get those. Oh. Yeah, then I want both of them. Duh. Yeah, then I'll take both of those. Safety first. Removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. That could be helpful. Just the peak. The entire screen will light up more frequently. I don't know that I need that. The keyword in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. Let's get that, because I panic during the scrum and fuck up a bunch. So let's buy that. That's going to be helpful to have. And then I think I'm full. I don't think I can afford any more. My god, those are crazy. Those are expensive. Downshift and up just slows the speed of the reticle. Increases the speed of the reticle. Does that just mean I can move my mouse quicker? Is that what that's saying? Maybe I'll just hold on to my money for now. I think I'll hold on to my money. Okay. Do I have to... Oh, begin class trial. I was like, do I have to do that? Let's go back over what everything is just to remind ourselves. It's helpful to just remind ourselves specifically of what each truth bullet is. Okay. The Monokuma file, time of death 6:30, no injuries can be found. I presume pretty quickly someone's going to be like, oh, she got strangled, and I'm going to have to say no. Miu was found grasping her neck with both hands. She died with her eyes open and an expression of agony on her face. As the first to log out, Kibo was the first to discover Miu's body. She still had her visor on. Most likely someone's going to say something about her still having her visor. She took her visor off or something, but... Alright. The cords... Oh, I wonder if the error that happened was someone put their cords the wrong way around. That could be possible. Okay, the visor. Yep, Kaido's account is that he got logged out on his own, and then he went to sleep. Killing games... Oh, there's a lot in that. Okay, hold on. Objects can't break. Avatars cannot be injured, but you feel... Yeah, basically you can die in the game. If you die in the game, you die in real life. Virtual world has the physics, and there are no special travel methods. The logins all make sense. I mean, Miu logged in a little late, but... yeah, everyone else logged in. Sumugi saw Miu out the window. There was a loud noise. There was a loud noise. Small bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, but if it's mixed with anything, it's fine. But if it's not, it'll kill somebody. Makes its victim's eyes completely bloodshot, but in this case, Miu's eyes were not bloodshot. As horrible as it is, we can see her eyes are not bloodshot, so the poison didn't do anything. Map of the mansion. Map of the world. Yep, da-da-da-da-da. Still don't know there. Still don't know what's up with the toilet paper. Signboard. Yep, hammer. There was a hammer. Except for that. That was the only weapon. Cell phone. Can log someone out. Lattice. Had not been in the chapel up till then. I know where that came from. Miu's avatar found frozen and collapsed in the snow between the chapel and the wall. If you log out, your avatar disappears, but the avatar stayed. Miu was an object. Miu and Kokichi had to meet on top of the rooftop. Kokichi claims the door was... whoops. Kokichi claims the door was locked. Real convenient, but he definitely didn't go to the meeting, because if he went to the meeting, he'd be dead. Miu added one wall, one of the vertical walls along the side. Kokichi, if he was touched by Miu, he would be unable to move. And someone had an avatar error. If he didn't, he... Well, I presume Miu was going to kill Kokichi. All signs point to Miu was going to kill Kokichi. So, if Kokichi had been at that meeting, he would be dead. Because Miu would have killed him. Alright. An hour into stream. Y'all, let's do this class trial. I'm ready.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation.
Oh, he hasn't gotten his energy back yet.
Screw it. This is tiresome.
Monokuma is sick of this. But, like,
More motivation.
wouldn't he be dead if he did go? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I phrased what I meant to say backwards, but yes, that was the point I'm trying to make.
I do. I really
Why is Monokuma so
Now then,
sad?
Let's start this class trial.
He's sick of this shit. He's bored. He's like, I've seen this twice
Before
before.
we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left.
Oh. And I gotta remember, I gotta be on the lookout to figure out who the voice actors are. I really should have written down my list of boys. Can I do that right before we start? I hate to immediately interrupt the investigation, but... Oh, I need a blue pen. Blue for boys! We enforce the gender binary on this stream. I gotta do all the boys. I'm sorry. Who are the boys from Danganronpa? We have Leon. Then I'm still assuming Chihiro's cancel. I was reading Maple, voiced by a woman. Mondo. Then Taka. Hifumi. Chapter 4, nobody. Chapter 5, nobody. So that leaves us with Makoto. Byakuya. I have to think about that. And Hiro. And I guess I'll put Monokuma as well. And I don't think it's impossible that... I think it's not impossible that Kyoko's dad could be an option. Because I think he has voice lines. So I'm going to put him just as an option. Then game 2... We have fake Byakuya, but I think fake Byakuya had the same voice actor as Byakuya, so not gonna put that. Teru. Why do I have such a worse memory of the events of the second game? Then the double was all women. Then chapter 4 was Nekomaru and Gundam. Then Lisa, you know how I wrote down all of the girls who are options to be voice people? I'm writing down the boys too. Gundam, then chapter 5 was Nagito. And then surviving was Hajime, who has the same voice as someone else, but I can't remember. God, who the fuck else was there? Fuyuhiko. And... oh god, what was Kazuichi. And the ones... who are the... I'm gonna check out my phone. Who are the one... good god, what is going on my phone? Am I getting canceled? Why do I have, like... okay, never mind. I had a lot of Twitter notifications and I was worried. I checked my DMs with Lisa. Pinned messages. Nagito has been a voice. Nekomaru. Gundam. Monokuma. Teru. Byakuya. Okay. And I know definitively I know definitively who you are, so I can cross that off too. Lisa, which of... Doesn't Makoto have the same voice as Nagito. Am I remembering that correctly? Can I cross him off the list too? Yes. Okay. So I could cross off Makoto. Well, that's good. That really narrows down my options for the boys. A lot. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus Kyoko's dad if we're viewing that as a possibility. So, that's, well, 8, but I know definitively who one of the boys' voices is, and I knew it from the moment the game started.
What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
A tie?
Huh? You mean like a tie?
Kokichi, what are you up to?
That means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Interesting. So the vote can tie.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that
Okay.
so casually?
A lot of games, like One Night Ultimate Werewolf works that same way. If the vote ties, as long as one of them is bad, it counts.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Okay. I can't believe that never came up prior to now.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
I still think he's up to some bullshit. I think Kokichi...
How long are you gonna keep saying that?
I think Kokichi knows everything. And I think he's still playing
Just
along.
ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth.
What I really need to do is I need to figure out the women's, because I feel like I have an okay view of the men's.
Got it? We can't die here!
Except for I still think that Shuichi and Kibo, I only have one option for both of them, and on both of them it's the same person, so I really need to come up with one of them who the other one is.
Oh my! Himiko has become so determined!
Really gotta figure that one out.
It's true! People really do change!
I've got at least one more chapter, though. There's no way either of them are out. Well,
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
Himiko, they really said, oops, we fucked up with Hiyoko on giving her character growth and then immediately killing her. So we're gonna just walk that one back with Himiko and just...
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Forgive me if I literally am sitting here like... Here's what I literally put the sheet so it's up at the bottom of the screen so I can see it.
Kaito's the culprit.
God damn it, Kokichi.
What? Say that to my face.
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right?
Yes.
You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
I feel like Kokichi knows that Kaito didn't do it.
Don't screw around. There's no way I'm the culprit.
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
Why not? Wait, why is Gonta suddenly... Who put 5 pence in Cheryl?
Keep saying that. Trusted people can still kill.
Oh, it's just that he trusts them. I was like, what evidence does Gonta have supporting that? I should have...
We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
He really is, like Nagito sort of went crazy once he found out what was really going on in the last game. But he hasn't been, like, openly this hot. Like, no one is openly this hostile. Like, this antagonistic. Lisa, I'm concerned for you. The fact that Kaito was the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. He likes Discord. Lisa, I wish you healing.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in though.
Correct. Oh, I forgot which is which. Poisoned her.
Culprit? Impossible.
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it.
Impossible.
We found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
We did.
Was trying to pin the blame on me.
Okay.
That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
I should...
Any last words?
What do you mean last words?
But she wasn't poisoned because her eyes would be bloodshot. First, we need to decide if Mia was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies.
Kaito logged out first
I'm gonna
by himself.
Which one's...
Mew is still logged in though.
Which one's speed up, Lisa? I forget.
That's when you poisoned her, right?
That's wrong.
Which button's speed up? I forget. I thought it was control, but control didn't... Oh, is it shift? It might be shift.
Killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it.
Because she doesn't have bloodshot eyes.
Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging.
If I'm that voice actor and I walk in and I'm like, there wasn't a simpler, there wasn't a simpler way we could have worded this. Subconjunctival hemorrhaging.
In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Y'all talk your Genshin, or whatever game that is. Is that the new one?
But Mew's body.
What's the new one? Honkai Star Roll?
That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
She was not poisoned. Rail.
Then what was that poison for?
Honkai Star Rail. That's what I meant.
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Exactly. Or Miyu wanted us to think.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Fucking crashing into the side of the church. It doesn't feel that difficult. Miyu's real cause of death. The only one I can think of. It would be... No, okay, that wasn't right.
I was wrong.
Okay, I know what I'm trying to say. Is it... What... What am I trying to say? Is it...
This is it.
There we go, okay. I was like, I understand the point I'm trying to make. I don't know...
Cause of death was the killing game simulator itself.
I was like, I don't know how to frame that. I'm like, it's the crash, but we need to... I'm jumping the gun on this. You have to really explain everything.
In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies.
Like, sorry, oh my god. You know how in this, I love this. In this game, you know, when they get the little portraits with the X over them, in this game, everyone's had, like, a different X that sort of, like, relates to them as a character. Miyu's is an XXX. Oh, that's too clever. I was wondering, I was like, oh, I wonder what Miyu's thing's gonna be. I love the XXX. And we have to look, Korakiyo's, we haven't seen either yet, too, so we gotta keep an eye out for that, okay?
That was made clear in the program's text file.
That's so clever. That one's good.
Miyu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
They've really, like, they really have made those fit the personality of the person very well.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Why would you not just turn off that function? Oh, because she was trying to kill somebody. That's right. I'm like, why would you not just... Why would you not just turn off the ability for people to die? Because she wanted to kill someone.
Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
My sweet boy. I love him. I love him so much. I would die for Gonta Gakuhara.
Don't understand, then don't say anything.
God, that was mean. He's just a stupid boy.
If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
I think I can guess. I can come up with something.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Maybe it's the giant fucking crash. If she really didn't want death to happen, she would do more. Oh yeah, she could have turned off the ability for there to be death. It's she wanted someone to die. She just...
But Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit?
Oh, what's his? Oh, it's not gonna pan over enough for me to see it, is it? Damn it.
So we split into two groups to find the secret of the outside world.
Okay. Korakiyo's is just like red all over the thing. It's not really in... I don't know what that is. I don't know how that really relates to him, but okay, work.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Tsumugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Oh, he's so mean to Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
Oh, Fuck him up. At least I'm not gonna have to read, like, literally the most heinous sentences known to man now that Miyu's
And the others
departed.
who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miyu.
Red all
How
over.
could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation?
It does astound me how stupid everyone in these games are. Like, I get the point is that you...
That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Also, if she dies now, I'm going to be devastated. Devastated. It's gonna be so sad if she dies now. Now that she finally has, you know, her character growth and blah, 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 blah. If then she dies, it's gonna be...
Aw, little Himiko's
Could be really
all grown
upsetting.
up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Gross. And I also think the women... I kind of think the women are safe now. We have 3, right? Like, we have 3 women.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
I don't think anyone else is done. I don't think any of the 8 of us are getting killed off this chapter. Which puts its next chapter, I think we lose 2 men.
Let's begin then.
I think we lose 2 men, and I think it's Kibo. Oh god, I almost think it's... Oh god, part of me almost wonders if it's gonna be Gonta. But maybe Kokichi, maybe Kibo and Kokichi are not likely to make it to the end. The fatal damage that Miyu received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down. Okay, I need... Oh, I guess...
World, Miyu was fatally injured.
I guess the corpse? I would have thought the...
Focus our efforts on that first.
Oh god, we literally have to establish...
Whoever did that to Mew
Wait, no, she was like grabbing at her...
dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer.
Or
Oh.
going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
Oh, I shot the wrong thing. Huh. If we think about the... I was wrong. I've said something incorrect. She was strangled. She was strangled. She was strangled, then pushed off the roof. Oh my god. She was.
Virtual world, Miyu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on
She
that
was
first.
strangled,
Whoever did that to Mew
and then she was pushed off the
dropped
roof.
right next to her avatar. It
Oh
has
my
to be
god.
the hammer.
I fell right for
Or going
it.
to beat her with his bare hands.
So who
Are we
strangled
certain
her?
that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation.
She was strangled. Oh, I completely missed that. With what? Hands?
Miyu's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
She was strangled. Oh, well, now this has blown the case wide open. Someone did kill her. Oh, so who was it? Kibo? Was it Kibo? Kibo, did you strangle Miyu? Were y'all having some freaky sex and you killed her on accident?
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Okay, this has just blown the case wide open. But how would Kibo have gotten over there? Well, he did have an error. What does the...
And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses.
Not knowing what the error is gonna be rough.
If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well.
I just thought that, like, the sensation of dying made her be like, oh, like, but no, she actually was strangled. Was she...
I believe Maki is correct. Miyu was strangled to death.
Was she strangled with the toilet paper? That doesn't quite...
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, it's definitely... Oh, God. Well, this has just blown everything... This has just blown everything wide open. It's not me. It's not Himiko. It's not Maki. It's not Kaido. So our remaining options, because now it has to be one of them. I have to come up with a new person who I think did it. It's either Tsumugi, Kibo, Kokichi, or Gonta. I mean, Gonta seems unlikely, but...
Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she's suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison.
God, okay.
So it can only be strangulation.
Yeah. Damn.
Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Ah. Damn, someone actually did murder Miu. That's very upsetting. I thought she just, like...
Oh. The Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
Because I was like... I was thinking to myself as I was walking to my car last night, I was like, this game has been, like, kind of silly, kind of goofy. A little silly, a little goofy. It's had its silliness, its goofiness. And that would certainly track with, like, Miu accidentally tries to get back and slams into the thing and causes herself to die. Like, that's a little silly, a little goofy. But I'm wrong.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
Lisa, were you still impressed with my whole tirade I went on when I was convinced that I like the idea of you walking to... It was on my way too. I must say it was on my way too.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world?
I guess so.
If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
So she wasn't resisting.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Did Miu somehow end up getting frozen instead of Kokichi?
Then the culprit would need a tool.
Oh, a tool. Oh. Never mind.
There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
But there wasn't anything like that.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
What would have... You are out of focus.
A rope in that world?
Oh no!
I don't remember seeing one.
Am I better? Let me see. I also kind of have to pee, so maybe I'll go pee. Maybe I'll go piss, girl. I'll be right back. Okay, hi, sorry. I'm back. I'm ready. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm not on... What is going on with my computer? 1 second. It's like weirding out. That is not the correct screen. 1 second. Bear with me. Okay. That's the game. Okay. It was like not... It like opened up like not at all the right screen, and I was like, where's the one I'm looking for? Because everything I'm looking at is displaying the game, but I'm like, where is the actual game? Was there even a rope in that word? I don't remember seeing one. Me? Neither.
And they must have used something else as a rope.
What would you use as a rope? The toilet paper? Something for a rope, I have an idea of what it might be. Oh my god, of course! If objects... Because I'm like, toilet paper wouldn't even work as a rope. But if objects in the world can't break, then toilet paper works perfectly fine as a rope. God, really? Part of me thinks Miu would find it a little bit funny that the way she went out was getting strangled to death with toilet paper.
During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
Kibo's the one who pointed out the toilet paper, which certainly makes him less suspicious. Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
That's really... What a way to go out.
Gonta, no can ignore that.
Oh, Gonta! Don't argue with me.
What you mean, Shuichi?
Gonta! My boy! How dare you?
Huh? What's wrong?
What wrong? Shuichi goofing off. Not gentlemanly at all.
Gonta! Fucking chill! My god. Oh, the truth blade. Oh, that's right. It's the
There's no time for nonsense.
killing game simulator.
You know
Oh shit.
toilet paper in place of rope.
I guess. Oh fuck. Oh no, that was the thing I needed to. That was the thing I needed to get rid of. My bad.
No time for nonsense.
Yeah, imagine being Gonta who like does not understand this shit at all, and being told like, no, she got strangled to death with toilet paper. Imagine being taken out of this world from toilet paper. It in a way, somehow it's so fitting.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in a virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
I have this horrible feeling like Gonta's gonna not be on my side during the scrum, and that makes me sad. They alive, damn it! Because females are strong as hell. I never finished Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt.
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
I never finished that show.
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear.
I watched the first half, because they released the last season in 2 parts. I watched the first half of the last season, and I never saw the second half. I also did that with BoJack Horseman. I watched the first half of the last season, and I never saw the second half.
And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Miu didn't even think of that. She wasn't thinking.
Gonta not really understand, but...
It didn't even cross her mind.
Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
You should. I'd have to probably rewatch the first half of the last season to remind myself of, like, what was going on.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Probably more so with BoJack.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
I love her. It was a fitting end for her. I can admit that.
Fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
She was quite the person, and...
But if Miu was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
She wasn't killed by the chapel, you idiot.
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it.
Because she had the biggest potty mouth. Yeah. If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, they did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer?
Where could you have couldn't you have just put it back into the bathroom?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the hammer was Miu's.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
The victim did.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Wait, we already know who brought that hammer. The person who brought the hammer? Miyu Aruma.
That's it.
So,
Miyu was the one who brought the hammer.
right now it's seeming like the killer is almost definitely Tsumugi, Kibo, or Kokichi, right? Feels like I've narrowed it down to one of those three. The rest don't seem overly likely.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons. I don't do the voices in the flashbacks. I don't like doing it anymore. It's too hard. And she's dead. I don't remember her voice. I've cleared that shit from my mind.
She wouldn't have missed something like a hammer.
When someone dies, what their voice was clears from my mind.
Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
Except Angie. I could still do Angie.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Because Miyu wanted to kill. Miyu brought the hammer for sure. But what did she need it for? You already had your one, Maple.
Emergency! I don't even know what's been done to me, but I feel a mysterious life energy. Bibbidi bobbidi, bibbidi bobbidi. I am your squeezably soft teacher, magical miracle girl Usami, aka Usami.
Lisa, didn't did I complain a lot during game 2 that Monomi's voice was hard for me to do? Because I feel like what I would have done for her voice would have been incredibly grating on my own, like, vocal cords. Alright.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Kill.
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
No.
Uses for a hammer.
You did. Yeah, that makes...
Build stuff with hammer.
Ah, he has such faith in her.
Brought it for self-defense.
Okay.
Or she secretly met up with someone.
Was she...
And tried to kill them with it.
Well, yeah, that's...
Idiot, she was the victim.
No, he's right. He's right. No, that's what happened. Oh, I guess I turned on auto.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer.
Good go. Which button is...
What was she planning to do with it?
Lisa, which button is... Oh, it's escape. It's escape. That doesn't feel right. Control would... Oh, I hit the wrong fucking thing. And now it's gonna... Ah! ADK buttons I play with controller. I wish I had controller. I don't... It's escape. It's like... I would have done control if I had the option. Okay. And also I keep... Oh, god damn it. Oh, come on. I'm gonna scream. Okay. Yes. There. Jesus. Right. Agreeing with Kokichi, I was not expecting to have to do that.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual
Was not
world.
expecting to agree with Kokichi during this class trial.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
Yes. Sounds like a bad idea to agree with him.
About it at the chapel.
Maybe I should have lied. I don't know what I would have lied about, so.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world.
She had the plan the whole
I
time.
totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
The door wasn't locked.
Wait, so Miyu called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she
Wait.
was planning to do with it.
So Mia was going to kill Kokichi, but Kokichi just forgot where to go. The door wasn't locked. He was just making shit up. Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to. Someone just opened my door. Kill Kokichi.
That's it.
Miyu killing Kokichi would have been
She was
great.
trying to kill Kokichi.
I did figure that out. I had that down. I knew that, Lisa. I'd worked that out. I'd worked that out.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer.
I was thinking to myself, the fact that there was like a whole plot, he very nearly died. I wonder if that's gonna make him like have like a come to Jesus moment and he's gonna start taking this seriously. Unfortunately, no.
If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
But you know, he knew it all along and he's still being an asshole. Mew's plan? Huh? I sense a mini-game. I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. My guess, may I guess? I think it's gonna be the car minigame. Oh god, I forgot how sharply it makes you turn. Are you impressed? Are you impressed that I got that? I was thinking if I have to figure out Mew's plan, what's something that gets, like, a lot of answers at once, and this was the one. Who tried to kill with only one? I don't know what the question says. It's only one L. Who tried to kill Kokichi? Me. Oh. Me. Thinking time. Everyone ready for thinking time? How much is 200 kilometers per hour in miles per hour? Can someone let me know? I wanna know how fast I'm going. In real units. How much? Yeah, how much? 200 miles per hour in... Or 200 kilometers per hour in miles per hour is how much? Got it. Where was Miyu trying to kill? 200 kilometers per hour in miles per hour is how much? 124. That's fast. I've never gone that fast. Oh, I thought it was gonna be the roof. The afterlife? Yeah, that's definitely fast. I think the fastest I've ever gone is 90? Maybe one time with... Oh, I think one time with friends, we were like, let's hit 100. And that's the fastest I've ever gone. And that was, like, terrifyingly fast. I did not care for how quickly we were going. I mean, I was the one driving, so... And then we almost missed our exit, so I was going too fast. Why was a bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? Oh, that's not the question I thought we were gonna have to answer. To make it... To frame Kaido. I guess to divert attention would be how I'd word that. Those are not the questions I was expecting to have to answer. Did you notice the pick on the side? What did I notice or not notice, Lisa? I didn't notice it, so no.
It appears as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
Yeah, like the killer would just leave evidence lying right on the seat.
That too?
Yeah.
What? Miyu was the one who put that
Using the
poison
card
bottle there?
games, there's a pic where you were running. I didn't notice that at all.
No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
Oh, they're gonna be like, how did Miyu have time to do that? We all went in together, and I'm gonna be like, no, actually, Miyu went in like 2 minutes after anyone else. A poster billboard? I love that.
When could Mew have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
No.
And then what? Log back in?
She didn't do that, so...
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Because she didn't.
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed...
Yes, she could have.
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair.
I knew she was up to something.
She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
I knew that, and I pointed that out. Because I'm so brilliant.
What about it?
If she logged in last,
She had time to plant it.
she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
Hi, Monster Cat Woo. Lisa, can we get a shout out for the icon, the legend, Monster Cat Woo?
On Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Mew's plan.
Wow.
She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world,
What a...
then pin the crime on Kaito.
What a bitch. I still love her.
It's not my fault.
There has literally never been once that a woman is killed in this game, and I was like, she should not have done that. All the men, I'm like, you rat bitch. And all the women, I'm like, honestly, work.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
They're gonna say, but how did she do that? And I'm gonna say, the cell phone.
Yes, I'm positive of that.
It's like that Gordon Ramsay meme.
Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out.
Which one? Wait, which one, Lisa? Oh, the one of him with the adult when he's like, you absolute donkey! And then him with the kid when it's like, come here, no, you're perfect. It's so if none of you, I've seen a little bit of Junior MasterChef, it's so wild to see how different he is. Like, he's so nice to them. He's even not that mean to them on MasterChef. He's only a bitch on Hell's Kitchen, really.
This is it.
That is literally me with the male killers and the female
It was the
killers.
cell phone found by Mew's avatar.
Especially if a man kills a woman. I'm like, no, rat, disgusting. You revolt me. I'm gonna be sick. I'm going to be sick. How many men have killed Leon? Mondo, depending on how you view things, that's... I would count Mondo in that. In the second game, were there any men who killed women? Or was it just same-sex and Chiaki? No, it was just same-sex and then Chiaki. I mean, I'm like you bitch to both the men and the women. I appreciate a strong female
Cell phone worked
character.
the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Kaito Momoda. He logged out, just as I thought. Call me by Kaito's name and I'll call you by mine.
She could force anyone to log out at any time.
Correct. Would you hate Kaito then? If he killed Miyu? It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I'd have to pray on that. Edison does love when women succeed. If any of you on Paramount Plus have watched the show Why Women Kill, it's like me to a fucking T. Well, Kaito didn't, so I don't have to worry about that, Lisa.
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use.
Why Women Kill, great show about
She kept
women
the cell phone
killing...
secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
Yeah, she was wicked. She's a...
She really was planning a murder.
She was a wicked... What's hypothetical? I'd have to...
She tried to set me
I'd
up.
have to pray on that, Lisa. If that would change my opinion
Well,
of
I knew
him.
that from the start.
I'll stick with Deadly Women. I get... Yeah. Why Women Kill, to be clear, is a fictional show.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Just to be a dick? Like, what do you think?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion.
Okay, Kokichi. Jesus Christ. So who's the killer? Like, some logic points to it's Kibo, but Kibo also pointed out the toilet paper when he could have very easily not done that. And like, I don't know, if it were me and I had killed somebody, I would not make any effort to cause suspicion to myself. I'd be like, no, yeah, no one else found this piece of evidence. I'm not gonna volunteer it, please. So it's either Kokichi or Tsumugi, probably. I did sort of... Well, Tsumugi doesn't make sense, because I was with her when we heard the crash. And aren't we assuming the crash is her going, whoo, woo? Probably the killer was still up there at that point. Make it hard to be Tsumugi. Maybe it is Gonta. No. I've had a horrible thought. A horrible thought. Which is, what if Gonta saw Miyu come over, was like, what? She's not supposed to be over here. Followed her. And then realized she was going to kill. So to protect everyone, he killed her. But the toilet paper then? What's up with the... where did the toilet paper... How... It's not impossible. That would break my heart. I would cry. I would openly weep if that was what had happened. Because it can't be Kokichi, because if she touched Kokichi, he would have frozen.
Well, I think your ideals should stay the same.
And how do you strangle someone without them touching you? Like, that's not possible, so...
Because phonies like you...
Oh, God.
...would make the game more interesting.
But would not have realized that the toilet pit from behind... Yeah, but, okay, say you're Miyu. Alright, this is Miyu. This is Miyu. She's here. She's this can. Okay? And I'm holding the can on screen. And I'm Kokichi. And I come up and I'm like, brah, brah, brah. And you're like, you're not gonna, like, you're gonna be able to see who's doing it, right? Like, there's no way, like, if you're being choked, right, with a rope, what's your reaction gonna be? You're gonna try and fight the person off. You're gonna go whack, whack. You're gonna try and fight him off. It's literally, to me, impossible that Kokichi could have strangled her and she would not have, at some point in that, it touched him. I would reach for my throat, probably. Well, you just don't have survival instinct, Lisa. Mine would be to fight. But still, even then, to get the leverage you need to, like, you need to be pulling back, right? Unless you go like that, but like that's probably not realistic. You pull, I don't know. I think Kokichi's cleared of suspicion. Right now it's either Tsumugi or Gonta, and maybe slight chance it was Kiba.
Don't you agree, Monokuma?
I would attempt to ward them off by shitting myself. You could kill me so easily if I was in this game. Lisa would be a very easy... I would just, like, literally not leave my room. Like, you are not about to kill me.
Huh? Oh, wait. What are we talking about?
I'm the one who in the horror movie is like, you know what? I wanted a vacation, a different state. Peace. Bye.
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
I would try to stay indoors all the time, but somehow still die. But you would just not get discovered, Lisa. That's what it would be.
Yeah, it bothers
brother keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Lisa, here's what happens is someone kills somebody else. We find the body. We do the whole investigation. And then it's like, all right, it's time for the class trial. And then we're going to the class trial. And they're like, wait, where's Lisa? And we're like, well, we'll go get her. And then we go and then we discover her body. And it turns out that Lisa had been killed like days before. And Lisa's the actual victim. And now we have to investigate who killed Lisa. That'd be a fun twist. It turns out someone was already dead.
My head. I feel like I'm about to remember something,
But
I can't.
it would be the same person. The same person who killed Lisa is the person who killed the other person too. Because that's why I had a suspicion that the two killers in last chapter were the same person. Because this game's not really in the habit of somebody kills and gets away with it.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
I have to figure out who voices Monotaro. I still don't
It's
really have a
blessing in
great
disguise
grasp on
Miu
that.
died and not me.
Is it? I'd have preferred Miu still be here and you be dead.
What you mean?
Although I guess then Miu would die at the end of the class trial. But we would have had more time with her.
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world.
That's true. That would have been very difficult to figure out.
You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know.
Miu really planned a very good crime. And yet it all went wrong. Why did it all go wrong? Because Kokichi did not go up to the roof. But who would go up to the roof? Kibo would go up to the roof. And Gonta would have a chance to have gone up to the roof.
She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted.
So,
And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
I would have known. I would have been able to tell.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Yeah, it would have really seemed like it was Kaido if it wasn't for how this played out.
And Miu was so insistent we go into the virtual world.
Oh, that's right. She, like, basically browbeat Tsumugi into it. You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Addie would be the Shuichi of this game. No. I would not be a good detective in this way. I can't do dead bodies. I'd have a very tough time with it. And then you're gonna find blah, blah, blah. She's very insistent we go into the virtual world. Hi, Dustin.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
Although I do love, like, hidden role games. But as we've seen from the other... I meant not dying and find out the culprit. Oh, thank you.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Is this only the second time that someone's plan turned around on them and they ended up dead? No, third time. Sayaka's plan to kill Leon went to shit. Leon kills her. Hifumi got backstabbed by Celestia Ludenberg and got killed during their plan, so that sort of counts. And then this. There was no one in the second game who had their plan turn around on them. And I have a shopping problem. I just found a Target order from July 11th I never opened.
Is Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it! Two to the one to the one to the... pardonnez-moi, honestly.
She has to voice somebody. If Celestia Ludenberg is not a voice actress for anyone in this game, I will be shocked. Shocked and stunned. From July 11th. Oh my god. Wait. Yeah, July 11th is in 4 days. Dustin. Well, what is it? You can't leave us hanging like that. What is it, Dustin? I want money so I can go on a shopping spree. It was back when they had the huge clothing sale. The shirts were $3. Oh, Dustin's gonna have a whole new wardrobe.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
I've been there. Lisa in Push the Button.
Now we can start a real class
Lisa and
trial.
pushed the button, backstabbed by a close friend.
Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Agreed. Lisa, can I get an exclamation point, Lisa?
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
Lisa was the alien like 3 of... Lisa was the alien in almost every game. Addison and Roblox. Let me remind you that And guess what? I lost because of it, and I would have won if I just didn't vote out Lisa. But again, I say it's because I love...
Well, if that's how you treat little ladies, then give yourself a fuck.
That was literally Lisa to me after I voted her out. Well, if that's how you treat little ladies. What's this week's movie? No movie this week. I feel terrible for Lisa. I've been stringing along, and I told her we'd do her movie this week. But now that I got this, if I can find someone to go to the concert with Kelly instead of me, then we can watch a movie tomorrow night. But most likely, I'm not going to be able to. So most likely, I will be attending the concert and will not be unable to do a movie. Paramount Plus has Showtime now. Have Brady go? No, he wouldn't. My best shot is probably Dave.
No, you're just like Monokuma.
You are like Papa!
Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Oh!
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Dustin, host a screening of The Brave Little Toaster. A coward.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never
Ooh.
saying what you really think.
I like these two's dynamic. I want them to
That kind of
kiss.
cowardice is just like Monokuma.
I want them to kiss. 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 Maybe Kelly wants quality time with her gay son who won't give her the grandchildren she wants. Brady would probably rather go to Slayer. So no, Brady would rather go to Rap. We watched that once. I know, that's why I said it. Dustin screened a movie in his Discord one time, and I went to it. For some of it. I'd never seen the movie before that.
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right?
It was very sad. It was a very sad movie.
There, I did it.
I need to be drinking this water so I can stay hydrated.
He's completely lost his stride, like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi.
I'm having a delicious grape-flavored seltzer from Waterloo. I would watch him kiss. Lisa, get some help. Scooty, if you don't think I say that to her, like, every day. Addie is Blanket from Brave Little Toaster. What's Blanket like, Dustin? Sexy, virile. It's like, okay.
To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm just gonna believe in everyone.
I like that kind.
Respecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
That's the spirit.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure.
I wish I
be
was
my
sipping on a
guest.
nice San Pellegrino, but no, they don't carry it at Albertsons.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
When I'm on a mission, I rebuke my condition. If you're a strong female, you don't need permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue.
I hope I remember Dustin's story and that it was Albertsons. That'd be
Don't
impressive.
find the culprit.
He'd be very
you all
impressed
die.
with me.
You know that?
Coach. Oh! I need to delete. Coach is being a little Republican Trump supporter on Twitter, so I dragged him. And my reply has more likes than what I was replying to. So I say, works with me. Oop. Oop. I said, he's basically like, try buying a house in... He was like, try buying a house in San Diego. See how much it costs. Blah, blah, blah. Like, that me... Clearly, I'm neither Republican nor Democrat, parentheses, that's part of the problem. But in 50 years, I've not seen such a swift decline in world status, economy, and more in the past few years under @Joe Biden. The exact opposite could be said when @Real Donald Trump was at the helm. Food for thought. Then another survivor replied to him and said, maybe time for another social media break, coach. And he replied and said, haha, good one. Stating facts, I think the man is a clown, but move to San Francisco, buy a house with the interest rates, and tell me we aren't headed for disaster. That has like 44 likes. So I replied to that and said, oh, to be a straight white man who is able to ignore every social issue because it does not impact him personally and solely look at the cost of housing, parentheses, which, mind you, is more an indictment of capitalism as a failed system than anything. And I have 104 likes. So, you know, just doing a little better than him.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Just saying.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit,
Doing the
let's start
Lord's
with
work?
Kokichi's story.
Listen. I was irritated, and I was like...
You were meeting with Mio, but she ended up as the victim.
You made with me, but you ended up as the victim.
So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
I didn't know Season Dustin, we were talking about that.
Here's my answer. I never met up with Mew.
I do know Season 16 spoilers. I tried to avoid it, but I was never going to be able to avoid it.
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
The door was locked. I don't know that I believe him, but...
Isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to...
Oh my god, I forgot about his lock-picking thing.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have
Oh,
the
okay,
tools
that's
for
fair,
it
never mind.
either.
Never mind, statement retracted, that makes sense.
Also, I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting.
Dragula is filming, and I think I'm skipping this year. That last finale still has me better. Well, there's a Boston person on the Dragulas, too.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
Yeah.
But was the door to the roof actually locked?
Now that's the thing that we have no way of
I was
knowing.
on the roof before logging out. The door wasn't
Yeah,
locked.
that's the thing, is the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Well, he never went.
Then who locks the door to the roof?
Oh, that makes sense if they have a big Halloween party in Boston. I believe this person has performed at their Halloween party, but I'm not 100% on that, but I think maybe this person has performed at their Halloween party in Boston before.
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
Unless the killer unlocked it.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
So the
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
So the killer goes up there with Miyu after... So after Kaido's been blooped away, but before Kokichi gets there, kills her, dumps the body, then uses the distraction of the body crashing, unlock the door, come back down with everyone. Was there somebody who, when we were all meeting up after the crash, we were like, where's that person? And they were like a little late. Hi, Dawn, how are you? Because if there was... Not really? Oh. Fuck. We just were like... You found everyone in their position, I think. Well, that... Damn it. Damn it! Fuck. Oh, okay, sorry.
I see. I didn't realize
You went with
that.
Tsumugi, then Kokichi, then you went outside and got Gonta. Fuck. That's... Alright, that makes things tricky.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell.
What the fuck is that? Oh, there was like a there's like a ripped up like mylar balloon like floating down, and it looked like a bird at first, and then I was like, is that a plane? And I was like, is that a parachuter? But I think it was just ripped up with 1 in 3 shot. If it's one of them, but I don't know. Could it be Kibo? Seems not possible. So it seems like it probably is one of those 3.
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually.
I guess if I had to pick right now, I'm leaning Sumogi, maybe? Are you talking about outside? Oh, no, yeah, literally outside my window, there was, like, it was, like, I was like, what the? I was like, is that a parachuter that's about to land, like, in the ocean? I was like,
Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
So who's the killer?
Truth?
It can't be Kokichi, because
there were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death.
I might just watch a man splat dead on the ground. Like RuPaul watching that man in the river.
We need to make sense of those first.
Dustin, do I deserve a shopping spree, be honest?
Wow, Shuichi, you know
If
your
he's still
way
here, I don't know
around
if he
this
is.
game.
Dustin does not love this game.
Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So who's the killer?
So, what is this strange circumstance?
How do we find out definitively who the killer is? That's the part that I'm...
claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place.
That's the part that I'm a little off on, is how do we find out definitively who the killer is?
But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
She did. Whoops, my hand slipped.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
No, she did go to the roof.
Huh?
Actually, I checked the VOD. I was also considering check. I was gonna check the VOD between streams. It's true. First, we need to determine if Miu was actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all?
Miu's waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure
Oh,
she was waiting on
Sumugi's
the
account.
rooftop
That's
of
the one. That's the
mansion.
one. What am I looking for?
Miu should have been at the chapel.
But she wasn't.
If you look at where her avatar fell.
You should go out of the kitchen. They're going outside. Find Gonta. Yeah, and then Kokichi joins us later.
There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
No.
So, her meeting with Kokichi... She stood me up!
No, that's not it. So it must be Sumugi's account.
Miu was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Miu should have been at the chapel.
Is that what I have to disagree with? Yeah, there you go.
That's wrong!
Alright, so me and Sumugi leave the kitchen. Then going outside, we find Gonta. And then Kokichi joins us later.
We have a witness.
God, don't... I just... It seems like such a stretch.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Miu pass by the window. Then why didn't you say so sooner? Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken.
So Sumugi could have seen her and followed her to be like, how is she over here? What's going on?
Since there was no way she could
And then killed her. So Sumugi definitely has like similar levels of suspicion as Gonta.
But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Miu.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
I felt like I had such a better grasp of everything yesterday.
There must have been some special method only Miu knew, like with that cell phone.
Like today, things are starting to go wrong with my understanding of this case.
That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated.
I still feel like this is up there as ones I've had the most understanding of, but
to the mansion for the murder.
I still feel like I have a lot of now. I don't know who it is. I have like basically I have like basically everything settled except who did it. That's the one bit that I'm missing, and that's the most important bit.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
Love the XXX. Oh no, that's great. No, I love that.
So, what secret method did she use?
The wall.
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
I sense a mini game coming. I think will it be Hangman's Gambit or the Breaky Blah? I probably Hangman's Gambit.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
I bet it's mining. But what would I'd be mining out.
Honey, this is how you throw a party in Mykonos, bitch.
Lisa, I would have said it was mining, but if how she got through it was the wall, then what are we mining? It's just shown as black on our screen, so what would we be mining out? Yeah, the other thing Lisa murders is that dick, Monty. And her sister, probably.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Maybe the taxi. Every minigame happens once. I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now, I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Miyu used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. Is it murders at daily? I meant, like, who... Oh, no, it's just a non-stop debate. Oh. Yeah,
The way across that only Mew knew about.
that's not as fun, but...
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
No!
Or maybe she teleported with me.
No!
Or she used a warp zone.
No!
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
Yes.
A hidden route that only...
Agree.
I agree.
And like, oh yes, Lisa did start that kitchen fire. So Lisa did try to murder quite a few people in a fire.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
I'm so sad that Cindy was in Greece but Lisa and Cindy were unable to meet up.
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world.
That was too bad.
The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world.
You gotta think. Cindy was pretty far, said that.
Whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the
He
wall
said, he was like, oh, do you know where in Greece Lisa is? And I said, no. Not really, no.
We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass through.
Don't be naive, Shuichi.
Oh! I was not expecting to get cut off in the middle of my,
What is it, Kaito?
He was on an island, right? I don't know.
Jeez,
Sorry, I have no
like
idea.
that?
That's like Tom's coming to New York and I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to see him. I don't know. It's, I don't know. I haven't decided.
That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Wow. I want to. It's just not as easy to get to New York as it seems. It's either expensive or I have to sit on a bus for a small eternity. When are you ever going to be able to see Tom? When I go to Ireland. Duh.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge?
I'm not losing. He's gonna say, Miyu's not an object.
Sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes.
That's
I'll make it right.
That's the point he's gonna try and make. Poor Tom. I do want to, because I still want to go see. I want to go see.
What we gotta figure out.
I want to take Tom to go see Titanic.
So why waste time talking about the? It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Dustin, do you think Harry would go see Titanic with Tom and I?
It's impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up. only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through.
Correct.
So
Oh,
Mew
fuck.
obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object.
Oh, fuck,
after
damn it, I
all.
just cut it on accident.
You get it? So let's
No?
do this one more
Why
time.
don't you think he would... Oh, yeah, they're literally... I like that, Monty. I didn't notice they're literally right next to each other. Why don't you think Harry would go with us?
That wall Mew
Alright, I gotta be more careful.
only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
There it is.
I'll cut through your words.
Everybody wants to see Titanic.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Yep. She had...
The virtual world
She had such an advanced, fancy plan, and then it all went to shit.
She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
She really had... It was such a great plan, and it just all...
Is that right?
It just all went wrong for her.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says.
It was... It's a little sad when you're like, this was such a well-thought-out plan, and it went terribly, right? Like... Again, the only other plan to really go horribly wrong was Sayaka's, and that was not a particularly great plan.
I already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble.
Because, I mean, it wasn't part of Hifumi's plan to die, but it was part of Celeste's, so...
So totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
God, these two need to just fuck and get over with it.
I wasn't arguing.
Kokichi and
I was just
Kaido's
explaining.
dynamic. I see why Lisa likes it.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
Like, it's kinda hot.
It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
I'd be some freak-ass sex, too.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
And the funny thing is, you know that Kokichi would be the Pasifona.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
He'd actually... Kokichi would be a bossy... Kokichi is such a bossy bottom. I see the vision now.
So, if Mew
Have you been listening to Jamazing? I'm behind, Dustin. I'm behind.
Then her secret route was through that wall? That's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
And you know what? I bet that Maki would watch.
But even if she could walk through walls,
Maki would be like,
is there really a hidden passage?
This new season is so funny. She's back home now, right? All I know is there's Bara of that one buff guy and that blonde twig. Oh. Gonta and Kibo?
Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is the end of the world. Literally. No, she's in LA going to fashion school. Wait, work. Oh, Nagito. Yeah, no, there's a lot of inappropriate artwork of Nagito Komaeda. He's a favorite of the inappropriate artists.
She probably
They
lied.
lied.
There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied.
The things I have seen. The things I have seen. Yeah.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
He's popular with the online
I'm so
community.
pure
I've
and
seen
O'Cake was
something.
totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
At least after this trial, we never have to listen to him say these horrible things about Mio.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Is that how you all describe me? Is that when I'm like, no, you guys are not the alien, and you guys in chat are like, he lives a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for him. Nekomaru X... Monty, why would I not care? I played the second game. Nekomaru X Akane is OTP? Maybe. I don't ship straight people,
you know
so.
how to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth mommy!
Monotaro slipped back into his memory. Monotaro's.
Talking about mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
What?
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
There wasn't?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Well, this. No, that doesn't make sense either. Could it... No, that doesn't make sense either. No, I got nothing.
Oh, if you say that hint is important...
Well, I wonder if you can... If it still just automatically loops around, maybe? I guess that...
Oh,
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're here.
Could it be, was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Miyu to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program?
No, but the board, the signboard, it looped around. If you go out of bounds, you just loop around. It has to be. Because otherwise I'm up a creek.
If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
So maybe there is nothing past the wall. But it loops around, which is what I said from the beginning.
You wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Because otherwise, girl, I don't fucking know.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual
loop around. Because the board, it loop around.
Mystery of virtual world?
Gota, how have you not, like, caught up to at least, like, a basic understanding of what's happening?
Occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
We need to play, like, Why We Build the Wall from Hades Town.
Alright, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Why do we build the wall? I can't remember any of the... We build the wall to set us free. I think they say that at one point.
Even though Gonta not know what you're talking
I think at one point it's stated that they build the wall to set them free.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing.
Oh, that one thing, naturally.
Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The bang. The events that led us there. Bang!
This is it!
Oh yeah, I guess we hadn't really covered that up till
Loud
now.
sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Yeah, we hadn't really gone over that yet. Bang! Is that the sound that someone crashing into a building? The side of it. Is that the sound that you would imagine is the sound of someone crashing into the side of a building? I think it sounds more like dropping something, but I could see it being a bang into the side of a building. Ah! What was that sound? Blah, blah, blah. Someone asked for a bang.
You all heard that
Oh,
sound
hi,
too?
Marginal. I didn't mean to, sorry. I was just trying to be like, ooh, but I got kind of just like real. Sorry, excuse me. I'll go. I'll go. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so inappropriate. It was filthy of me.
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
How did we hear you, Kibo?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point.
Correct.
Did that sound really come from the chapel?
I mean, I guess there could have been two sounds.
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
There could, but then how did we hear Kibo, you know?
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
Yeah. For now, let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too?
Wait, is it still hot as balls you have? Yes, it's not. It's cooled off a little bit right now. It's not awful right now. When I started stream, I thought I was gonna die.
What? That is pretty
When I started stream, I was like, I'm not even gonna be able to get to the game. I'm gonna stream for like an hour. It's gonna be too hot, and I'm gonna have to leave. Because I just realized I have... That's a lot of points. What are you thinking? If you're thinking you're gonna make me put on the Monokuma onesie, I have that disabled right now because it is too hot to put it on. If that's where your mind's going. If that's what you're thinking, I did have to turn that off because I was like, I'm playing Danganronpa. It's not an impossibility that someone's going to make me put that on. And I was like, normally I'd be fine with it, but I'm like, it is literally so physically hot in my room that, like, I will pass out. Like, you will watch the light fade from my eyes as I, like, slump over. And then you gotta, like, call Manny, who has to call Kelly. Like, that's a lot of effort. This is, like, the hottest summer. Haven't the last, like... I don't know about today, but Wednesday, I heard that Wednesday was the hottest day in history, beating the previous record of Tuesday, beating the previous record of Monday. Like, we had 3 days in a row that were all the hottest average day on Earth in, like, 100,000 years or something.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first.
If only I knew what that error
mysterious
was.
phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
116 next week for me. That's not okay. Let's see. For me, it'll be... But why is it... What's going on? It's not actually going to be... Well, it'll be in the 70s to 80s next week. Monty, I okay what that is in European. Dustin and Monty's ongoing fight about Dustin saying Monty's from the UK is so funny.
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you were
116 is 47. That's a lot.
Sorry, going to not mean it like
Monty, what? Dustin, you can do what you want to.
Apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
Don't ban him, but...
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
What is this other strange occurrence we're referring to? Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible. Like, Miu in the mansion or that loud noise. Is what? I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Oh no, not mind mine. What weird phenomenon happened in the virtual world? Oh, I'm so bad at mind mine. I forgot about... Oh, is that the sign on the rock? Then that's it, isn't it? Fuck.
I see it.
The sign that we were using.
You can press without the blocks being clicked up. Oh, I didn't know that.
Odd how?
I did not know that. I love that I just immediately went to the right one.
Drop the sign in the river.
But somehow it looped back around. It's almost like... I was...
We
Okay.
found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
It had it had its sweetness taken away. It weren't so innocent anymore. It had been used for evil. It had been defiled. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Alright, here we go. Am I getting back-to-back mini-games? Wait, I thought you only got each mini-game. Lisa didn't— oh, Christ. I do that every time, don't I? I am— Lisa, weren't you the one who told me every minigame only happens once? I swear that was a Lisa Wesley special. I swear it happened last trial. I swear Lisa said to me. I swear last trial Lisa said to me, every minigame only happens once. At which point was the signboard swept away when Miu... The river? That's not what I thought that meant. Of course you repeat things. Well, there's about 900... Maybe in the other games, there's about 900 mini-games in this. I thought you could make it through with only doing each once. There's like 80 mini-games. We still... oh, fuck. We haven't done the scrum. We haven't done the argument armament. We haven't done... that other one. Is there another one? Hangman's Gambit? You can see the billboard now. Oh, it's Miu. Oh, she looks great. Where's the end of the river? The chapel. Mass panic debate? Oh, I forgot about that. Marginal, I'm sure you've been through a few Hangman's Gambits. If there's two defining characteristics of marginal youth, it's Ho and he's a cat. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? Aren't those the same thing? Not if I get you neutered. Spay and neuter your marginal youths. It's just like Bob Barker said. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? Against the current? That's kind of a confusing question. That's kind of confusingly worded. Against, okay, against the current. I know you.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's
I can't remember. I know that spay and neuter, one is boys and one is girls. Does anyone know which is which? Because I need to find out what we need to have happen to marginal. I think you. If I had to guess, I think you spay a lady and you neuter a boy.
We all saw Miu drop the sign and watch the river.
Spay is girl, so marginal needs to be neutered.
The river was wide there.
If he's gonna be an outdoor kitty.
The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct?
And you especially need to spay and neuter your cats, because if you don't, then when they get in heat, they don't shut the fuck up. That's what I know about cats, is once they get in heat, they are loud.
But that's not where we found it.
No, it looped around.
We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
How bizarre.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
And it was an object.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side?
Don't force his verse top to only use that's what we're going with now, verse top? Okay.
She probably grabbed the
Margie just goes to Fire Island when they in heat. Oh my god. Maybe one day I'll go to P-Town with Margie Youth.
Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
P-Town. I've never been to P-Town, but I will take the Margie
Youth.
Youth.
To do with walking through the wall, right?
After you go to Island.
Topic.
I gotta get in shape for. I gotta get what I was saying before when I gotta do my cardio, so I can have, so I can look nice. Because I don't right now.
We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and
My
what.
body just a little schlubby, so. I
All
don't.
the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
It costs so much to fly to Provincetown from me, so I'll never go. Well, Dustin, you'd never fly. Dustin, Dustin, you wouldn't fly directly to Provincetown. You'd fly to Boston. You know that, right? It's important to me that you know that.
Connect how?
Who can tell me what's that's from? Who knows that quote? You can, but you wouldn't. It's so expensive. It would be so much more expensive.
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard.
No, so you take the ferry, yeah.
A signboard going against the river current.
I think JP's in
How are they all
Provincetown right now.
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
From Boston Harbor.
What?
Marjo, have you ever been to Bar Harbor? I had a coworker who would go every year, and literally, I'm not even exaggerating, she would say it Bar Harbor. She didn't even have that strong of a Boston accent, but she would always call it Bar Harbor.
You
Okay.
would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't.
So how are all of these things connected?
The only one who can solve
I mean-
this mystery and save us all is you.
I have them so close to all being connected, I just don't have... Who is Killer? I just love how often people probably assume she said Bahamas. No! No, that's the thing we all knew. Bahaba. Bahaba in Maine. You go to Bahaba.
So, how are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
This was like the midpoint of the trial. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what we know so far is that...
It's, to clarify, it's Bar Harbor. Bar Harbor is in Maine. It's a big vacation spot. But anyone who's Boston-y pronounces it Bar Harbor. I would never call it Bar Harbor. I call it Bar Harbor. I would say I'm going to Bar Harbor. I don't know how I'd pronounce it.
The unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
We're going to Bahaba. Yeah, that's how I'd say it. Oh my god. Oh, Lisa, I just put it together. I just put it together. The world, the planet is a sphere. It's a sphere. It all loops around. It's all just one circle. So say there were no walls there. If I'm at the chapel and I just keep walking right, I'm going to get to the mansion. And then the mansion, I'm going to get to the river. And then the chapel. And then it circles. So Miyu only put in one wall. The wall next to the mansion. And the wall next to the chapel. But spoiler alert... Those were the same damn wall. Those were the same wall. It's one wall. That's how we heard Kibo. Because he was actually very close to us. Wait, what's the question? What clue is related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried on the water? The... map of the world? Or the wall? I think it's the map of the world. No. There's something only Miyu knew about, and that's throwing us off. Okay, that's... Okay, then it's the wall. I thought you were joking, making fun of flat earthers. No, I genuinely believe that is the answer.
This is it.
There we go. Okay. I said it in a funny way of.
To do with a wall that only objects can pass through.
Mind everyone second me. I mean, I said it like that on purpose, but it clicked to me what. Because I mean, I always thought that.
The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the
I always
chapel.
thought that the world just looped around, but I thought it just made you go like doot doot. I hadn't thought of the like.
But if that wall happened to be the one that you set to allow objects through.
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass
So I ostensibly had the right idea from the beginning. I just didn't have the exact mechanics of how it worked.
That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Lisa, are we counting that as an Addison got it right? In the investigation, Addison worked that out.
How did it end up by the mansion?
I feel like I didn't have the exact mechanic, but I counted. Thank you. I'm like, I basically had the right idea.
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not.
I just hadn't exactly worked out that they were the same wall yet. That much I was missing. Because I was confused on, so what was this, who had the error then? If the error wasn't that Kibo's sound could play wherever, who the hell had an error? I think that I don't know. Now I don't know. To be honest, it being the same wall was such a shock for me. What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi.
Oh, I was gonna say I felt a minigame coming on.
Will give you hints in times of trouble.
It's not a great shock that it is the same wall. I mean, I had the thing worked out. I didn't get the exact mechanic, but like, it's not a surprise to me. That makes sense.
This is the virtual
Monty, I'm not gonna look at that. That's very inappropriate. That's filthy. You're being very Miyu right now. Are you going out tonight? I went out last night. Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Wow, Thursday night girl. Well, Thursdays are like the big night at the club in Boston. So, like, I went out last night to see Jimbor, who put on a wild show. If you haven't seen it on my Insta story, can I get exclamation point socials? Putting common sense aside and putting... How did it... downstream and upstream connect, yeah.
That's it.
I didn't know how to word that, but I knew what I meant.
What if both ends of the river were connected?
In a circle in a hoop that never ends. Pocahontas said it her damn self.
Both ends of river connected?
Also watch my TikToks. I put up a Danganronpa TikTok, and then I put up the same Danganronpa TikTok, basically, but with a sound over it, because I thought of a very funny sound to put over it. And then I texted Hope and said... Actually, I texted Dustin and said, hey, can you comment this on my TikTok so I can reply to it and put a funny sound, I'm thinking of over it? And Dustin said, pay me $5. And I said, hey, Hope, can you comment this on the TikTok?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel.
Are you on Threads yet? I don't know that I'm going to be on Threads, Dustin, until there's something to entice me. Wednesdays are Jock Night at Eagle NYC. Every other Friday is Asia Night at Verse. Thursdays sometimes are Cake Night at Eagle. Thai Tea by Ty Sunderland. I think Thai Tea is Sundays at $3 Bill because I've been to Thai Tea at $3 Bill with Dustin. Who'd I go? Why'd I not get asked to comment? I don't know. I just went to Hope. I was already texting with her. I saw that Dustin, had already liked it and commented, so that's why I went to him first. Oh, that's why Penny always goes to the Eagle. No, the Eagle is for Hosh. Why would I know that? Because I went with Jack Connors. You did know this. I won free tickets, and then I was and then I was terrible because he was like, you want free tickets to this week, and I was like, oh, I didn't know it was this week. I can't make that. And I was like, can I defer the tickets for a while? And then messaged him one time randomly. I need K here. Dustin's insistence on pretending that he doesn't know literally anybody. With tons of host shit going on. I've never... Legacy, which is the one in Boston, has... I want to say it's monthly. Monthly has a kink night called Fascination. It happens on Mondays. And also Monthly has an underwear night called... Furball. And I've never been to either, but I'd love to. Marginal, where's Brazilian? Petty does go to Brazilian night, you're right. That you know they can't have jockstrap night in Massachusetts. It is technically illegal. You have to be covered, but like, that's the rule.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
I need marginal. Fridays at D-Bar are Show Tunes night. What else is there? There's Surf Thursdays, which has a bunch of drag and is where the drag race girls come. Bust Down Fridays are also at Legacy. That's their, BIPOC night. Hot Mess Sundays. There's karaoke on Tuesdays at Jacques. There's all kinds of stuff, but there's not, like, a lot of, like, thematic nights.
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
But it's really just... Yeah, there's not a lot of, like, super thematic nights. Or if there is, they're not, like, weekly. They happen, like... They happen, like, once a month. Just give me a bear night and I'm there. It's bear weekend in P-Town.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall.
If I'd understood that the only wall that could be passed through is the one that Miu fiddled with, then I would have had that they were the same wall in the investigation, but I missed that point.
Go through the mansion wall too.
Barracuda. Barracuda! If you're ever looking... Here, let me plug it, because a mutual on Twitter is the one who runs it. If you're ever looking for... They don't have it for everyone, but if you're ever looking for gay stuff to do, Kikipedia, K-I-K-I... Can I get a mod to drop Kikipedia.com, I want to say, in chat? Great, like, super... They do a great work. Great long list of if you're ever looking for what's happening when. Kikipedia. Oh, no, okay, hold on. It's KIKIPAEDIA.com. If one of the mods could put that in. They tend to be more New England focused, but I think they have... Yeah, it's a great resource. I think they have New York on there as well.
I got it. I know why Miu only set up one wall.
Bitch, I've been known for like 20 minutes.
What are you talking about now?
Great website. The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls... Lisa, is this the point when it occurred to you that they were the same wall? They're the same wall.
That's it.
I always...
The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
My favorite thing is finding out from Lisa at what point she figured things out. I'm trying to visit place to move. I say everybody should move.
Same wall.
When I saw the prompt, yes.
It's not just the river.
I've had that.
The walls themselves are connected.
I've had things... Okay, I gotta hit the grocery store before they close. We're having chicken Caesar salad for dinner tonight, which I'm so excited for. I love chicken Caesar salad.
Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the Y-axis.
I did not expect a trust of Miu.
That single wall divides the entire virtual world.
Just have them move to Boston. Don't want to crowd in New York and have the rent go up. Yeah, because Boston rent's so cheap as is. Shut up, Marginal. Isn't Boston more expensive than New York for housing?
The idea is you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
I think Boston's more expensive. No, it's not more. Yes, it is.
Everything is starting to connect.
I think it gets put above New York on the list of like most it's like it goes like Boston, New York, LA, I think. Maybe I'll just move to Chicago. Everyone
is connected.
Everyone from Boston just moves to Chicago. Maybe I'll go live with Anthony and his plants.
Damn it, Kokichi. Just tell us.
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch.
You get shot? Shot? No. Marchino, thank you for being here. Thanks for the lurk.
Then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
I tried the site and was confirmed. No gay shit here. Or it's just... Did I just like spill... There's a... Oh, whoopsies. Hold on. There's an empty lemonade container on my floor that still had liquid in it, and I didn't know that, and now I just spilt it everywhere, all over myself. One moment. I will be right back.
What the hell was that? Did you hear that? Oh, that was Justin.
Hi, I'm back. And this right now is really a great example of how exactly you have to, like, it's, like, once it gets said that the walls are the same wall, it's like, okay, the world wraps around. But it's like, you have to say, hey, the walls are the same wall. Well, how could that be? The word, like, you have to really spell everything out. Chicago has the highest violence in the country? I thought that was, like, Detroit. The secret, huh? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. This is Hangman's Gambit. Yeah, I felt it. World. Clearly it's world. R. Round, maybe? No. Loops.
I see now.
Hangman's Gambit can be a little tricky sometime when you're like...
The virtual world is a loop.
When you're like, I understand what's being asked of me. I don't understand what words you're looking for. Oh, 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 oh! That one must have gotten a little shaken up because it sprayed me. Looper starring Bruce Willis and... Is it Joseph Gordon-Levitt? I said about Jesus Christ, Monty, tone it down. Delta is performing at Delta Work is performing at Six Flags in August. Six Flags LA. And I wanted to go, my friend in LA will be out of town, so I have no one to go with. You could go with Awachu, Guido, Ian, Matt Hall. Cthulhu. I had to think of more. I was like, I know there's others. You could go with Betty with an I.
Ooh.
Maple can fly to LA.
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example...
I will be unable to attempt, Dustin, but...
when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
I don't know any of these names, but thank you. Yes, you do.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
It'll be great. I'm so curious what song Delta would perform. Something classic, something old school. Something maybe like an Ethel Merman.
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away.
Do you think will there be a meet and greet opportunity, Dustin?
It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream.
I need Dustin to meet and greet with Delta Work. I'm sure it's a bunch of queens. Oh, so it's not just Delta. Well, who all else is gonna be there?
And forward with the current until it got
I did really think Six Flags just like.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
I really did just. I was like, I guess. Delta Work. Six Flags like, get Delta.
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Yeah, I had that basically worked out.
Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
I mean, I basically had that worked out. I give myself credit. Oh, my floor is wet.
That's more extraordinary than even magic.
Oh, God. A looping... I mean, technically our world loops. You just have to go far
At
enough.
least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
So who the fuck killed Mew?
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it?
Wait. It is just... Oh my god, it literally is just Delta? That's... Wait, I love that.
Why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
That's so fun. Dustin, you have to go.
Doesn't go past the nap loading point.
But it doesn't have to.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Maybe she really did just smack against the wall and die. Monty, I think we've established she was strangled.
Really? Yes. But first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Yeah, I think the loading point is like the loop. Haven't been here the whole time? Well, that's your fault.
Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
No! Dumb cunt. Sorry.
Not necessarily.
This game...
If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
It drives me just a little crazy sometimes because it's like, okay, I figured that out 20 minutes ago, but everything needs to be explained like so... in excruciating detail a million times.
The map loading
And it's like
point
the...
was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map.
But it wasn't. This game is for me. Them reiterating every point, that's for Lisa's benefit.
Was actually at the edges.
Oh my god, and you could have figured it out the whole... You could have figured it out from the beginning because of the rock wall. Oh my god, I didn't even realize.
Wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather...
Except, why does the forest just, like, end? That's
the wall
bizarre.
was at the center of the world.
Miyu was playing Cardo. Oh my god.
with a wall between them.
It's all full circle. Miu was just playing Cardo.
And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion.
She said, let me just take this map and go, whoop.
The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
Of course, it all makes sense now.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
That's why I played Cardo in between chapters. I knew. No.
Impressive, Shuichi!
How long ago do we think he'd figured that out?
For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
I think he's known 3 hours ago. Yeah, I think he knew.
For you to get this far? What are you, some villain pulling the strings?
He's doing the Kyoko. I knew immediately. He's doing the Kyoko. I knew it immediately what had happened, but I wanted you to figure it out.
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap.
What? What trap?
It all began when Mew showed us the map.
Oh, this. I thought he meant like in right now. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center.
But it wasn't. I have to say, the map makes a lot more sense Miyu's way. I'll be the one to say it. The map makes significantly more sense Miyu's way.
Which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that.
That way around does not make a lot of sense.
There was a wall along the y-axis,
physically.
and the x-axis came around in a loop.
Physically, that it doesn't make a lot of sense.
By putting that wall in the center of that world,
Like, why is there? I mean, I guess it well, no, I guess it loops. So I guess, but it's a weird spot to have the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap.
Got in a trap. Isn't that a song?
But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi.
Got in a trap.
Hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here,
I preferred
we never
Miyu's
solved
map.
this mystery.
That's what I'm gonna say. I preferred Miyu's map.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Okay, we still don't know who killed her.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
In like 1 second, it's gonna pop up. It's gonna be Maki, and she's gonna say, "We still don't know who did it." Or is it Kaido?
Just because we found out the virtual
never mind.
world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet.
I thought it was gonna be Maki.
Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part.
God, I wanna know. I wanna know!
Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit.
I still don't know who did it.
That's how a class trial works, after all.
And who was the error?
Kichi talking like Monokuma again.
What if... What if somebody switched their memory and their consciousness dongles? And it made them act differently from how they normally would. Is there something there? Is there something there?
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies.
Like they remembered something and that made them be a killer.
That's how I'm gonna read.
Giving very Mikan, although Mikan didn't do it.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
That's giving very, this is the midpoint of the trial and it's about to go to intermission. What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaido on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Miu. Doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve. If we can't find the culprit, it would all be for nothing. Yeah, this is definitely intermission. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Miyu's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Miu? Aren't the chapters supposed to be getting longer, Lisa? Why am I like, or am I just like suddenly very quick at this game? Why is... All right. That's it. No. No Monocubs Theater. The trial being 4 hours is short. Yeah, like, I could do... if I could have done... Wait, watch a theater. No, Lisa. I can't. I mustn't. I mustn't. Like, I feel like I've been flying through this chapter. Right? Like, the last thing wasn't that long. Like, the investigation wasn't particularly long. The, like, it's been, I don't know, it feels like it's been, going so quick. Okay. That's it. If you want to see the end of the class trial, you're going to have to tune in on Sunday. Sunday, we will be finishing the class trial. Maybe, if Lisa says we only have 2 hours, maybe we can also work in a little bit of, like, a little bit of community day games stuff. So maybe also a little bit of Jackbox or something after the class trial ends. It's not a promise, but it's also not an impossibility. So you'll just have to two without talking. So I mean, oh yeah, it's longer. So it'll be a little longer, but we'll see. Who knows? Stay tuned. Okay. That's it for me. So I'm gonna send you off to see an icon. Again, I'll be back on a Sunday to finish out Danganronpa, maybe a little extra, but we're gonna go see somebody who is celebrating an anniversary. We love to see it. If you, follow me on social media, follow me on Twitter, follow me on, join the Discord, and I will see you all next time. I'm so hungry. We're rating Matt Hall Plays, who is celebrating 3 years of being an affiliate. I have that in just about a month as well. So you won't want to miss that when it's my turn. Eventually it'll be Addie's turn in a month. Go show Matt some love. I love you all. I will see you all on Sunday. And if I end up not going to the concert, then also tomorrow for a movie. I had no fucking clue what I was trying to say there. Okay, alright, I'm gonna say, alright, bye.
Fluke is a duke of soul. The way he can play the lings on the strings, the trout rocking out the blackfish. She sings the smoke and the sprat. Know where it's at. Blow that blowfish.